Every year, before north winds begin to whisper relief, an oblong object splits the air, and young men bury their pounds of flesh in a graveyard of desire. Champions rise up to shoulder their teams at a shrine they call Owen Field. For decades they've come, men who intimidate and mystify, players who power and sidestep, leaving opponents reaching for air. They walk the hollowed grasses in Norman and leave a locker full of hardware in their wake. Their helmet decorated with enemy scars, and all they ask for is one more down.
Jack Mitchell and Stan West. From the decade of the 1950s, we welcome back Bo Bollinger, Eddie Crowder, Bob Harrison, Bill Kirscher, Buck McPhail, Clendon Thomas, Jerry Thompson, and Jerry Tubbs. From the decade of the 1960s, we welcome back Leon Cross, Jim Grisham, Wayne Lee, Carl McAdams, Ken Mendenhall, Ralph Neely, and 1969 Heisman Trophy winner, Steve Owens. From the decade of the 1970s, we welcome back Tom Brahaney, George Cumby, Kyle Davis, Jimbo Elrod, Eddie Foster, Zach Henderson, Randy Hughes, Jack Mildred, John Roche, Dewey Selman, 1978 Heisman Trophy winner, Billy Sims, Mike Vaughn, and Terry Webb. From the decade of the 1980s, Ricky Bryan, Tony Casillas, Terry Crouch, Ricky Dixon, Dante Jones, and Anthony Phillips. From the decade of the 1990s, please welcome back Cedric Jones. And from our current decade, please welcome back J.T. Thatcher.
This is Oklahoma football.
About set to go for the 2003 season, Oklahoma against the University of North Texas. Cadlebar approaches the ball, and we're underway. A line drive kick. Hits at the 6. Perkins at the 2 to the 5 to the 10 up the middle. 20, cuts to his left, hit at the 19, down to the 24-yard line by Sean Early, sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida for North Texas. So pretty nice return of 22 yards on a line drive kickoff. The Sooners 1st and 10 from their own 24. All right, it's the shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right, 1st and 10. from around 24. White pass in the flat, caught by Clayton at the 23, 25, 30. Needed a block and couldn't get it from Brandon Jones at about the 28, but did get up to the 29-yard line. Ronaldo works the tail. Reynolds in motion from right to left. Here is the handoff to Works. Cuts over right tackle. 35, 38, 39, 40. Great cutback at the 35. He'll easily get the first down as he picks up close to 10.
A very good surge by the offensive line. They got a lot of push, and you could see those cracks starting to open up in there as they made their push, and Works found it in a big way.
Double slot to the right side. Pitch sweep right side. Works. He gets the line of scrimmage. Fights across the 40, fights across the 45, and tackle on the near side. Broke 2 tackles as he gets to the 47, a pickup of 9 more.
That was all Works, Bob. Someone missed a block right on the line of scrimmage, and Works fought his way through that tackler and picked up about 9 yards, much of it on his own.
Ronaldo works the tailback, yard and a half to go. Here's Jason White, gives to Works, left side, gets up close to the first down. I believe he has it at the 49. No, it's a shotgun. Matter of fact, empty backfield. Here's White from the shotgun. Pretty good protection. Out of the pocket, looks, throws across his body. Complete to Clayton at the 45, down to the 42. 9 yards picked up on that play. 2 wide receivers, Jones and Wilson, left, and the 1 wide receiver right, that's Rankins. Shotgun. Fakes it to Ronaldo. Works, pass, caught, wide open to 31, Wilson. Down to the 26-yard line. Crossing pattern. And brought down on the play by the defensive back Priestley with Jonas Buckles helping out. 16-yard pickup from the 42. They're going to mark that ball at the 26.
As you know, Bob, that bootleg is one of my favorite plays.
16-yard pass to Wilson under center, 1st and 10 from the North Texas 26. No score early. There's the gift. Ronaldo Works, sweeping left side, cuts at the 25, does the 20, out of bounds, far side, 9 yards from the North Texas 18. Man in motion. Moses from left to right. Under center, Jason White. Hand to Works, kind of a clumsy play. Hit in the backfield. Works, spins, still going. Now cuts back toward the line of scrimmage and gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Got a lot of tight ends in the game now.
And we have 3 tight ends in there, as a matter of fact. And Kewan Jones, pitch to Kewan Jones, sweeping left side. He's hit and thrown for a loss at the 20. He loses 2 yards. 37-yard field goal attempt by Trey DiCarlo, who had such a great year a year ago. Kicking extra points, kicking it into the south wind. Rain falling, ball is down, kick is in the air long enough. Boy, he boomed it, he hit it, 37 yards in the rain. So it's 3-0 Sooners as the fireworks go off from the south end zone. Oklahoma 3, North Texas nothing. 10:23 to go first quarter. Here is the left-footed kickoff. Nice kick into the wind. High taken at the goal line by Cobbs to his right to the 5. Reverse, handoff, 10, 15, 20 up the near side. And then he's hit at the 30 and tackle right there, and then a late hit. And let's see if a flag comes in. And Patrick Cobbs from Tecumseh, Oklahoma, he's the single tailback, double tight end, man in the slot. And a man comes in motion toward the formation. Rolling right is Smith. Andrew Smith looks, throws a pass, and almost caught. Great defense on the far side by Derek Strait. Tight end on the right side, man in motion.
It's illegal formation, Bob.
And there's a handoff. Flag is down. And an illegal formation will be called by the line judge, Trip Sutter. What was the illegal formation?
Only had 6 men on the line of scrimmage.
On the offense. Penalty is good. 3rd down. 3rd and 9. Man in motion for North Texas toward the formation. Fake handoff. Back to pass. Smith. He looks. He steps up. He almost runs into his own man. Gets by 1 tackler. Jumps upfield. Front two finding by Lance Mitchell at about the 36 or 7. Antonio Perkins is deep with 8:55 to go first quarter. Sooners lead 3-0. Almost blocked. Bassey almost blocked it. The ball is not a good kick and rolls out of bounds at about the 25, 26-yard line, Sooner territory. Man in motion is J.D. Reynolds from slot left to the right. To the right, handoff to Works. Works spins, hit at the 28 and goes to the 29. A pickup of 3.
Dead ball, first foul on the offense, 15-yard penalty.
Wow, 15-yard penalty. I'm sure the guilty party, perhaps Reynolds, that's the one we happen to see, will have a little lecture from the bench. And in motion is Clayton from slot right to the left. Shotgun. Jason White gets the snap successfully. Little screen pass caught Ronaldo at the 15 to the 20 at the sideline. Slips and fumbles the ball. North Texas has it at the 29-yard line. But the lineman says he was down at the 24. Shotgun formation from the 24, 12 yards to go. And there's the shotgun. Snap is good. Long pass upfield. And Rankins catches it, but he was out of bounds. Punt formation, fourth down, 12 from their own 24. There's a snap back. Ferguson kicks the ball. Beautiful high kick into the wind. Jamil back. He's smothered. Hit immediately. They don't have the halo rule this year. And Teddy Lehman there and Derek Strait hit him right when he caught the ball. 46-yard punt, and he was clobbered, and he's still down. Now, Jamil is one of their key receivers, slow to get up. So the new rule where the halo, the 2-yard cushion, is no longer in effect. If you want to protect yourself, you better signal fair catch.
That's exactly right.
There is Jason White handing the ball to Kewan Jones down the middle, to the 5, to the 2. Boy, we'll have to figure that one out, Merv.
Well, I can see why the bench might have had a penalty. I'm sure there's some activity went on out there that it truly was a fumble. But from here, from where we sit, we certainly couldn't see it. Didn't get any indication of it.
High formation. Jason White turns, hands the ball. Kewan hit and down for a loss. High formation. Turn. Handoff. Kewan Jones over the left side. Down to the 2. Kewan Jones to the right of Jason White. Or Jason, and pass, touchdown Oklahoma, left side. Jawan Rankins. A little look-in pass to the left side as Jason White raised up, looked left, and hit Rankins for the 2-yard touchdown pass.
Very well executed, little old 3-yard pass for a touchdown right there. The protection was outstanding, and Jason looked very comfortable back there throwing that football.
Trey DeCarlo, who just had an outstanding year last year kicking, and he already has a field goal to his credit tonight, we try to tack on the extra point. Ball down, kick in the air, extra point is good. 10-0 Sooners, 5:48 to go in the first quarter, and the rain is moving on through. Hopefully it will let up here.
It's still raining pretty good, but certainly not like it was. We're starting to get a few people on the other side back out in their seats now, so we know it's better.
Here's the kickoff. Trey DeCarlo into the breeze to the goal line. Jamel Branch up to the 5, to the 10, to his left, to the 20, big hole, and then he's tripped up to the 22, comes to rest at the 24. Under center is Andrew Smith, turns, pitch sweep to Cobbs, cuts upfield, back to the middle, gets by several tacklers, fumbles the ball, but he got it back, I believe, at the 30-yard line. Single tailback Patrick Cobbs, double tight end for North Texas. The gift to Cobbs, he's hit in the backfield and gets away, and then he's tackled behind the line again at the 29. Still lost 2 yards.
That was Mitchell on the
Got
first
away
hit.
from Lance Mitchell and then was nailed in there by Larry Burdine.
Burdine was getting some action early, which I thought we all felt like he would. I think he'll be in that defensive end rotation tonight and from now on.
From the 29, Smith in the shotgun. Sooners throwing blitz. There's a draw play. Handoff inside. Cobbs gets up, has the first down at the 35. Nice play. Offset I formation. 1st and 10 North Texas. Their own 35. Back to pass. Smith throws. Flag is down. Pass is caught at the 42. Thrash down at the 43. That's Michael Thrash, whose brother James plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jamel Branch from right to left. Under center, Smith gives it to Cobbs. Hit in the backfield, and Lance Mitchell polishes it off. And then the ball is free, and they jump on it at the 37. Let's see, he recovered. The ball went free, but Cobbs got it back. Well, they were all over him. They do put the ball down where that play ended, so apparently he did fumble and then fell on it at the 38. So they went backwards that time.
They really stoned him in the middle that time. Lynn Magruder led the charge, and there were a whole lot of his friends right with him.
On a 3rd down play, and they're 1 for 2 on 3rd down. Man in motion from right to left. Branch, and the flag is down. I think man in motion. The linesman called through the flag. Overload the line to the left side. Branch in motion from right to left. Smith rolls out to his left, looks upfield, good protection, throws a pass upfield. Incomplete, just overthrown. Intended for Jamel Branch at the Oklahoma 47. Back to kick as Cadlebar gets the kick in the air from south to north. Nice high kick, beautiful. Retreating Perkins takes it at the 16. Fakes left, comes back to his right. Tries to outrun opposition. He is tripped up at the 21 and goes to rest there. Nice tackle on the near side. Moses, the tight end in motion from right to left. His shotgun, hand off to Kewan Jones over the left side. Cracks up at the 25 to the 26-yard line. for a 5-yard pickup. Second down play from the 26. Jason White hands the ball off to Keywan Jones, breaks one tackle, leans up to the 29-yard line, pickup of 3. It'll be a 3rd down 2. 1 of 3 third down conversions. Under center, Jason White, I formation, fakes the handoff, rolls left, fires a pass. It's overthrown, incomplete to 45. Blake Ferguson, who has done a good job kicking the ball, 46 yards the first time. Snap is on the money. Here's the kick, a line drive type kick, and the ball hits at the 35 and will be downed in that area at the 36-yard line. Under center is Andrew Smith. Man in motion, Branch. There's the option play first time. Handoff. He handed the fullback and boom, not much there for him. And there is the end of the first quarter. Second down and 8 yards to go from the 39. Now North Texas going north to south. Shovel pass in the middle of Cobbs. Hit in the backfield, nothing going. Great play. That was Lance Mitchell. He's had a great game. Leading tackler a year ago, and he's had a great game.
Made some big hits, hasn't he? Lance is an amazing guy. He doesn't run the fastest 40 on the team, Bob, but he plays fast. He's always where he needs to be, and then there's a heavy hitter when he gets there.
All right, it's shotgun formation, 3rd and 10. From the 37, back to pass, Andrew Smith. Good protection, fires. It's incomplete. Nice defense by the Sooners. In and out of the hands of the receiver, Michael Thrash. Perfect. Antonio Perkins sitting just as he got the ball touched his fingers. Pretty good defense.
If that ball hadn't been thrown so high, I think Perkins would have had a chance as an intercept. He made such a good break on the ball, but when it's thrown high, then he just had to try to get a good tackle.
Antonio Perkins back to receive. Here's the snap, it's good, and here's the kick. Nice high kick. Perkins comes up, takes it to 23, avoids the first tackler, cuts up the middle, 25, 30, and a helmet comes off, and he comes to rest at the 34-yard line, Sooner territory. Shotgun formation from the 16, 1st and 10 Sooners. Jason White, low snap, gets it, quick pass, caught, 25 by Moses, 30, 32-yard line. Boy, tight end slant. That was a great catch by Moses. Wow. Pass was very quickly thrown by Jason White and James Moses from Houston North Shore. Right in the seam, 21-6-3, 246.
You asked me about Jason. I think he's thrown the ball quite well, Bob. The one time he was pressured on the bootleg, he had to throw it a little early. Other than that, he's thrown the ball quite well. I think his patience has been very good.
And in motion from right to left. Here is White back to pass. Good protection. Throws a long pass downfield for Brandon Jones. He catches it to 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Took it away from the defensive player, Jeremy Pearl. And there go the fireworks again, Merv, at both ends. Oh, that was a great throw by Jason White.
That's why coaches like those big receivers, Bob. It's hard for a defensive back to get the ball away from them.
He's 6'3", Brandon Jones is.
He's just a perfect throw. He caught it in stride, made a great catch, tore away from the defender, and took it on in.
64-yard TD pass to Brandon Jones from quarterback Jason White. The Sooners go up 16-0, and Matt McCoy will hold, and Trey DiCarlo will try to left-foot it extra point through there at the north end zone. Boy, that was a beautiful pass play. Snap is down, the ball is in the air, and it is good.
I'd have to say both those passes are beautiful.
Right, they were. That little pass to the tight end, slant pass was perfect. 17-0 Sooners. The kickoff, and Trey DiCarlo puts it in the end zone. Scott Hall now makes his first appearance at quarterback, replacing Andrew Smith. He's from Swartz, Texas. Man in motion. Fake pitch to him. Back to passes. Hall swings it. That ball is tipped. Nice play. Jonathan Jackson tipped it. Great defensive play. He's 6'3", and Jackson got that mid up in the air and deflected that pass.
You can see his athleticism and speed, too, Bob. He initially leaned in there for the fake, corrected himself, and got in the quarterback's face. A lot of ends aren't athletic enough or quick enough to do that.
Offset I formation, second down 10 from the 20 for North Texas. There's a pitch sweep to Branch, sweeping to the right. Sooners crunch him at the 18. He couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Teddy Lehman and Rodney Poole, you won't gain much going wide on the Sooners.
Well, and I tell you again, a great play that time with Jonathan Jackson. He finally got blocked, but he took out 3 men and it cleared the way for the safeties and linebackers to do what they did.
Loss of a yard and a half, called a yard, 19. Brings up a third down play, 11. 1 of 4 on third down conversions for North Texas. They send 3 wide receivers to the left now. That's Thrash and Jamel and Quinn. Jamel Branch and Quinn all wide left. Tight end on the right side. Shotgun formation, and now we have a late flag way upfield. I think maybe the delay of the game, the clock ran down. And that's what the signal is by the umpire. Branch and Thrash are wide left, double tight end. Shotgun formation from the 14. Hall rolls left, looks back to his right. He's hit as he throws it, and it's incomplete. Actually, it was top of the lineman caught it. He threw it up in the air, and then the lineman throws the ball down in disgust, and that was Nick Zuniga. That was Nick Zuniga, the lineman, 3-year lineman from Prairie, Texas, who caught the pass. They had Hall trapped in the end zone, and now there are 4 flags down. They're all discussing. Teddy Lehman created the pressure.
Well, he really did. See, that was a screen, and on the college, of course, your lineman can release downfield once the ball is thrown and get ahead of a screen. No doubt about it.
Ineligible receiver downfield. That penalty is refused. After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the offense, half the distance to the goal. It'll be 4th down.
Sooners really trying to block it. Here comes the horde, but they get the kick away. Cadlebar does. It's Gibbs at the 43, picked up by Perkins at the 48. He's running right now, cuts to his right, now back to his left, tries to dodge tacklers, still going, fights across the 40, down to the 36-yard line. That was something to see. All right, Works is back in at tailback. Handoff to Works, into the pile, down across the 35-yard line, or right at the 35. Here is Wilson in motion from slot right to the left, shotgun from the 35 in North Texas territory. Good protection, throws a pass down the middle, caught by Donnelly, but he was on his knees. He made the catch at the 30. Brendan Jones wide right, actually double slot wide right. Wide receiver left is Bradley. Crisscross, Ronaldo Works. He's hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. Bradley wide left. Man in motion is J.D. Reynolds from right to left.
Trying to draw him offside.
Trying to draw him offside, now call timeout. So Jason White will come over to the near side. Oklahoma calls timeout. The snap. Back to pass. Look at White. Throws a pass. Caught. First down. Moses at the 25. Boy, that's a bullet pass. Boom. Nice big target for Moses. 6'3", 246 junior from Houston North Shore. Picked up about 5, and the Sooners have their 6th first down. Is that correct, Terry McLemore? 7th first down. Reynolds and Wirtz to one side and the other of White. He backs up 3 steps. He looks to his right. He fires a pass wide open. Caught it by Works. Down and juggled incomplete. Boy, he was wide open down the far sideline. Shotgun formation from the 25 in North Texas territory. Give it to Works, going left side. Wants to cut. Looks like he's not quite as fast as he was early in the game. Gets only 2 yards to the 23, and he's tackled there. And it is a 3rd down play from the 23. Backing up is Jason White from shotgun. Fires a pass over the head of Travis Wilson at the 6-yard line. Matt McCoy, the holder. Slight angle left. Not really any wind, as Merv Johnson pointed out earlier. Flags are limp. Snap, right on the money. It's down. The ball is in the air. Long enough, and it is good. He hit a 40-yarder. Boy, he's kicking well, isn't he?
He's had a good fall practice kicking. He really has. He's kicking off well. I think his first 2 into that breeze early got to the goal line or beyond.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's hear it for Mr. William Freeland, a loyal supporter of Sooner football.
Man in motion is the fullback, Baldwin. Here is Hall, faking handoff, rolls back, throws to Baldwin, caught, tackled immediately. Under center is now quarterback Hall, man in motion, option play, pitch to Branch, sweeping left, got some room, 25, 30, first down, and tackled out of bounds or close to it on the far side at the 31, ran from right to left. Branch in motion from left to right. Overloads the right side. Handoff goes to Cobbs. Finds a hole. 35, 40, 45, 50. Oklahoma territory and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Offset I formation. Double tight end. 2 wide receivers right. Handoff to Cobbs. Hit in the backfield. And gets maybe a yard to the 42. Dvorak hit him first. Haven't said his name.
Burdine got him.
And Burdine was also in on the play. Same play, option, but this time rolling right back is the quarterback Hall, throws a pass and throws it away. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers right. There's a handoff to Cobbs. Nice, Lance Mitchell had him, and then he fought forward for 3 more yards. That was a good run by Cobbs. Cobbs at the top of the eye from the Oklahoma 37, 4th down play. There's a fake handoff, back to pass, fires it. It's overthrown, incomplete. Good defense for the Sooners. Derek Strait was right with Jamel Branch. Sooners take over on downs at the 37-yard line. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation. Jason White backs up 3 steps. Little screen pass caught by Kewan Jones at the 38 to the 40 to the 45-yard line. Leads forward to the 46-yard line. I believe that. From the 46, shotgun. Kewan Jones over the left side appears to have a first down and a great second effort. From the 47, shotgun formation. Jason White fakes the handoff. Looks, still looking. Good protection. Little lob pass caught at the 50. Kewan Jones then fights forward for about 3 yards to the 47. Shotgun formation from the 48 in North Texas territory. Fumbled snap, gets it back and then skids to a halt very alertly, and I know the coaches are glad to see that.
Yeah, he's been schooled to do that, I'm sure.
Double tight end. Here's the snap, back to pass. Jason White, now protection, he steps up, he runs with it. 40, 45, and very close to the first down to 43. Reynolds and Jones are in the eye power formation, double tight end. 1 of 1 on 4th down, flag is thrown. Sooners had motion, I believe, or someone.
Chester, the right end.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. After the play was over, dead ball, personal foul on the offense. That's 15 additional yards, 4th down.
Wow.
We better punt it before anything else bad happens.
Blake Ferguson back to punt. He has 1 beautiful high kick and 1 sort of a line drive kick tonight. Snap is on the money. Oh, it's blocked. It's blocked, and the ball is going free in the far side at the 32-yard line. A pileup. Jonas Buckles blocked the punt. Man in motion from left to right. That's Branch. He's option play to the right side. Pitches the ball back, and nothing there. They tackle for a long loss. They just swarmed under that time. That tackle was made by, I believe, by Rodney Poole, who came in there and makes the stop, led the charge. But there were 3 other Sooners also in on that. Lance Mitchell was there, and it's just a great effort for the Sooners.
Really was, and you see the difference when Mitchell slow played or strung the pitch out. Not Mitchell, but Posse Jackson slow played or strung the pitch out.
Way back at the 35-yard line now. Direct snap on the shotgun. Pass the short side is dropped by Cobbs. Blunt is the tight end left. Hall from the shotgun. Back to pass. Has a man wide open, but it's overthrown. No more timeouts, and they collided trying to get a substitute in, and they're not going to get it off. The play is being run, even though the clock ran out. The pass is incomplete. Lots of pressure, and that was kind of a snafu deal. The officials weren't on the ball, or they would have stopped the play before it began because the clock definitely ran out. It's only 1:36 to go before halftime. From the Oklahoma 35, Jason White throws a pass caught by Brandon Jones and immediately down. He was actually on 1 knee when he made the catch. Actually, closer to 6 yards to go. Back to pass. White throws caught at the 41-yard line. 45, Brandon Jones first down up at the 47-yard line. Shotgun ready to go, as Merv said. No huddle. Here's Jason White. Throws a pass. Wilson catches it on a crossing Patterson. Travis Wilson threaded the needle on the pass. He was hit at the 35, came to rest at the 34 in North Texas territory.
So they're on the line of scrimmage, ready to go again. Jason is walking across the backfield, telling him what the play is. This is 2-minute offense here.
20-yard pass, ready to go from the 34. Back to passes Jason. He's rushed, pressured, and tackled. He's sacked first time tonight. Tight end left is Moses, and here's the snap to White. He looks right, still looking right, fires a pass. Caught nicely by Jawan Rankins. He left his feet to make the catch at the 28-yard line. The clock is running, so the Sooners with 33 seconds, now 32 seconds left before halftime, leading 20-0. After hurry, the ball is at the 28. That was a 14-yard pickup. They got 4 yards to go for the first down. There's the snap of the shotgun. Flat pass, caught, dropped. This will be about a 46-yard field goal attempt. Again, with no wind The wind is not a factor. It's at the north end zone. Slight angle to the right. Mike McCoy, the holder. Snap. Ball down. Field goal long enough, and it's good. How about them apples? 46-yard field goal. So the Sooners got it back at their own 35 on downs, and that ties the career long of Trey DiCarlo, a 46-yarder.
Guys, what a difference in Trey DiCarlo's leg. Is really much stronger this year, and as you mentioned, Bob, his third field goal, one more tonight would move him up in time with Tony DiRienzo for 8 all-time in Sooner history for field goals. So this is a guy that has 2 more years of eligibility left after this season. We may see him atop a lot of Sooner records.
Well, that's an excellent point, Mark. 6 plays, 36 yards, 1 minute, 23 seconds on that drive. Here he comes. That one's an onside kick. Bounces along the ground, off to the player, goes all the way down into the end zone. Still, the quarterback is Scott Hall from North Texas. Hands off to Cobb, who goes left. Teddy Lehman has him, and then McCoy comes over and they drive him back, and that's the end of the first half. They gained about 2 yards. End of the first half, Oklahoma 23, the University of North Texas, nothing. Here's the kickoff. Trey DiCarlo from south to north. End over end. Jamel Branch takes it to 9, to the 10, back to his left at the 20, to the 25, and then hit hard at the 25. Nice one-on-one tackle after a 16-yard return. Tackle made by
Ingram.
All right, the quarterback, Andrew Smith from Bay City, Texas, in the shotgun. Fumbles, a bad snap. He goes back and dives on it. Just barely got on the back at about the 14-yard line. Andrew Smith turns around and says something, maybe changing the play from the 15. Gets the snap, 3-step drop, quick pass, overthrown. Tried to hit Branch. He was tackled by Strait almost before the ball got there. Hard for them to play competitively against Big 12 teams. Again, no tight end. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right, I formation. Under center is Andrew Smith from the 15 in North Texas territory. Fakes the handoff, back to pass, good protection, throws, and it's intercepted by McCoy, the extra defensive back at the 32. He overthrew Jamel Branch, the intended receiver, and McCoy corralled it for the first interception of the year at the 34 is where they're marking it in North Texas territory.
They're giving him a lot of looks out there. You see Pua walking back and forth, and McCoy on the previous play walking up. I would say North Texas is not such a schooled-up passing team that those things have to really bother them. They get in a long yardage situation.
Sends Moses in motion. Bubba Moses from left to right. Delay play. Hands off T1 Jones. Goes right. Back to his left and gets tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Jones is wide left. Shotgun. Jason White. Pretty good protection. Throws. Short pass. Caught. Down immediately. Moses was hit at the 31. Bubba Moses. And driven back from right to left. Shotgun from the 30. Back to pass. 3-man rush. Pass downfield. Oh, too high at the 18. Intended for Brandon Jones. Well, the Sooners will go for it on 4th down, and now they have called timeout. They'll talk it over.
Their first charge team timeout.
Showing blitz is North Texas. They're blitzing. Sooners picking up pretty well. Jason White runs left. Flag is thrown. Pass across his body. Caught by Wilson at the 10 to the 5. Touchdown Oklahoma if it's allowed to stand. There was a flag thrown, and the referee is holding Oklahoma as the preliminary signal. Wow, what a great catch and a great scramble by White, a great catch by Wilson, and a great run after he made the catch, but it'll all go by the boards.
Yeah, it really was. That's a shame. It didn't look like the hold came in the area of the blitz.
Free spot, 4th down.
All right, now the
much better than
snap
a year
is back
ago.
on the money, and beautiful high kick, but it's going to be too long. Goes deep into the end zone, and it'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. So a 40-yard punt, and the Sooners, after that interception, got zipped at their own 20-yard line. That's where they start their second possession. Blanche in motion, I formation, gets to Cobbs over the middle, nothing, gets a yard. Sooners stunning a bit on defense. Nickel defense in there. Hand off to Cobbs, goes left, finds some running room, rips away from one tackler, and then is pushed down short of the first down. And one wide receiver out right, otherwise an I. Smith turns, pitch sweep to Cobbs. He's hit, but he fights forward and got the first down at the 30. Under center, Andrew Smith turns, option left. Pitches to Cobbs, hit in the backfield. Great play by Derek Strait. Boy, he had that one figured, I tell you. And the ball ends up back at the 21, a 9-yard loss. Was that something or not?
It really was. Pasha Jackson, again, slow played the quarterback, got him to pitch before he really would have liked to, and got into play himself.
At the running back is Roy Bishop, a sophomore, 207.62. Double tight end from the 21-yard line. Fake, rolling back to the right, and he's hit from behind and sacked. Cody comes from right, defensive end. From Ada, Oklahoma, 21, 6'5", 270. Great speed. He came all the way around from right in as Smith was rolling out to his right away from Cody. Cody hitting from behind for the first sack and lost 8 more yards on the play. So that puts the ball back at the 13-yard line and will bring up a third down play and 27 yards to go. That's Cobbs who's back in there, man in motion across the formation is Thrash. Here's Andrew Smith back to pass. He throws a long pass upfield, almost intercepted by McCoy, almost got it at the 33. Here's the snap back, and the kick barely gotten away, almost blocked. Nice kick, though, as it turns out. Taken at the 44 by Oklahoma. That's Perkins to the 50. There's left at the 45. He's jitterbugging and getting to the 39-yard line. Wow, that's about a 15-yard return. A 43-yard punt. And it turns out to be a 19-yard return as we add it up. Terry McLemore does, and the ball is at the 43-yard line. 8:41 to go, third period. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers make that 3 wide receivers left and 1 to the right. Here's White, looks out in the flat, passes to Wilson. Caught 43-40, 35-30, and very close to the first down at the 29-yard line in that area. Nice block by James Bubba Moses. Gain of 9 yards. That was a flat pass and a good run after the catch. Brandon Jones left, and in the wing is J.D. Reynolds. Hands the ball off. No go. Third down play from the 33 and 4 yards to go. We're in North Texas territory. Sooners in possession. White, quick spot pass caught by Brandon Jones. First down, Oklahoma at the 27. That was one of those quick spot passes just that I call as Jones slanted toward the middle, and Jason White got the snap, boom, fired it to him at 6-yard pickup, and first down, the first of the second half, believe it or not. Number 12 in the game for Oklahoma, their first down. The ball is at the 27-yard line. Double tight end. This is a power formation with Kewan Jones at the top of the I and Reynolds, the fullback. Back to pass. White lobs a pass down to Travis Wilson, double covered and incomplete. Very nearly intercepted in the end zone. Reynolds and Kewan Jones in the I. Here's White. Hands off to Jones over the left tackle. Good running room. 25 at the 20, down to the 15-yard line. J.D. Reynolds, good block, a nice run by Kewan Jones. He stumbled a little bit at about the 25, but gained his balance and got down to the 15-yard line. Wing to the left side is Moses. Hand off to Kewan Jones over the left side. Fights forward for a yard or 2. Wilson wide right. Direct snap. Fakes it to Kewan Jones. Quick spot pass. Caught the 2. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Travis Wilson caught the ball at the 2. Great fake to Kewan Jones. Fired it to Wilson, open at the 2. Touchdown from 13 yards out. That's more like it.
I tell you, that's the bootleg when they've used it tonight has been a very good-looking play, and what a great job by Jason of starting to create flow and seeing that there was really nothing outside and just pulling up and waiting for the receiver. And there again, we've talked about Travis Wilson. His desire to get in the end zone is tremendous. If you can get it in his hands, he makes things happen.
39 yards, 7 plays. 13-yard pass to Travis Wilson, the scoring play. Third pass of the night for a TD. The extra point ball is down. Trey DiCarlo continues perfect. 29-0. Oklahoma 30, like that, with point tacked on. 5:52 to go, third period. 30-0 Sooners. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network. Boy, he really caught that one. He boomed that one clear out of the end zone, Merv, and no wind. Long signal count. Andrew Smith hands the ball off to Cobbs over the left side. Ooh, a nice tackle. Rodney Poole just made him do a flip right at the line of
Cobb
scrimmage.
is still down, too. He
really hit
pretty
him.
good that time.
About a yard pickup on the play to the 21 or perhaps 2 yards, depends on where they mark it. 5:40 to go, third period.
That one hurt. That one hurt.
Under center is Andrew Smith, offset back. First time they've used this particular formation. He's rushed. He gets away from a rush and dives into a pile and gets maybe a yard. Well, the Sooners almost had a sack that time. Andrew Smith, Bishop to the right, back short drop, quick pass, incomplete, skipped into the intended receiver. Antonio Perkins back deep to receive the kick from Brad Cadlebar. Ball is a short kick, bounds around in the Oklahoma territory, bounds sideways, and it hit one of the Sooner players, and North Texas fell on it. I think it'll be their ball at the Oklahoma 42. Here's the shotgun. To give to Kewan Jones. Down the middle, finds a little running room, spins at the 49-yard line. Here under center now is Jason White. Quickly hands the ball off. Down the middle, Kewan Jones appears to have the first down to 47-yard line. Shotgun formation, man in motion. This Reynolds from left halfback going to his right. Snap to White, fakes a handoff, back to pass. He throws a long pass for Randy Jones, way overthrown. There was contact by the defensive back, Jeremy Pearl. I formation. Here's Jason White faking a handoff, rolling right, flat pass caught by Reynolds, leaves his feet. Oh, he drops it at the 45-yard line. North Texas 47, leading 30-0. Shotgun. White is rushed, and he throws the pass intended for Kewan Jones, underthrown, incomplete.
I'm watching it on the TV screen here. The center turned to the right, and the guard turned to the left.
Booker just came free.
Yeah, they just, oh, what a kick.
Kick is down to the 1-yard line. Great kick by Ferguson. It hit and went sideways, and as if the football knew where the goal line was, it just went right along the 1-yard line, and Jawan Poteet downed it at the 1. What a kick by Ferguson. Goes 46 yards inside the 1, actually. Was that something, Merv? Wow.
That reminds me of the way you hit your wedge, Bob.
Yeah, in my dreams. Justin Claiborne is in there, handoff to Bishop over the left side, finds some running room. He breaks it. He's at the 9 to the 10. He's left to the 15 to the 19-yard line. Gets the snap, comes to his right to crossbuck delay play. Bishop gets it and gets nothing.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul on the defense, 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Man in motion, Branch. Here's White, hands the ball off to Bishop, tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Now linebackers are showing blitz. They hand out on the delay to Bishop. He'll get maybe the yard back he lost and plus one more to the 33. Lance Mitchell got him. Two wide receivers right, shotgun on a 3rd and 9 from the 33. Back to pass, 4-man rush. He's being rushed, and he's sacked back inside the 25. Dan Cody, his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, give Harris an assist.
Tommy Harris gets an assist, right?
He knocked that fullback clear back into the quarterback.
11-yard loss. I believe that's the 3rd sack of the night for the Sooners. 2nd by Dan Cody. It's a punting situation for North Texas. Oklahoma leading 30-0, although the time has run out in the 3rd period. So before a huge crowd, 83,073, the 10th biggest ever to see OU play.
The 4th quarter of play. Cadlebar in punt formation for North Texas.
Beautiful kick. Wow, Cadlebar kicks it way back inside the 25. Perkins quickly upfield, 35, 40. He spins at the 40 and tackle at the 41-yard line. 53-yard punt and a 17-yard return. Minus 6 yards total offense, 3rd quarter for North Texas. That's pretty good defensive effort.
It really is. Defense has given up a couple of good runs, but they've made a bunch of plays where they've thrown them for losses. Really, the penalties, the thing is the only negative I've seen defensively that quarter.
All right, the Sooners will start out in the shotgun here. In motion is Brandon Jones from right across the back of the formation. Here's a snap to Jason White. He looks down the middle, throws a pass, short pass caught. Brandon Jones at the 43, 45, 48-yard line. Here's a quick snap and a handoff onto T formation to Jones jumps over the line of scrimmage, and Kewan gets the first down. That's a nice effort. Kewan Jones to the left of Jason White, who backs up 3 steps. Shotgun, fires a pass, caught by Moses. Oh, that's Brandon Jones, fights through 1 tackler and gets some good yardage. More than I thought he would. After the catch, he got 3 yards.
He wouldn't let himself be pushed out of bounds.
And that'll be very close to the first down. It'll be a yard shy, it appears. So it's a 9-yard pickup from the 46 down to the 37 in North Texas into the field, and brings up 2nd a yard to go. Wide right is Rankins. Here is under the center. Handoff goes to Kewan Jones. Finds some daylight left side. Slants to the 30-yard line. Reynolds is out. Travis Wilson in. He's in the slot right. Rankins wide right. Jones wide left. Here's the snap to Jason from the shotgun. Looks left. Fires a pass. It was tipped at the line. Intended for Jones, but incomplete. From the 30-yard line in North Texas territory. White, flat pass. Caught by Wilson. Travis Wilson, the 29, 28, and out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Wilson goes in motion from right to left. Back to pass. Jason White being rushed. Screen pass. Caught and tackled immediately. Nice defensive play. Here's a shotgun. 4th down play from the 28. Back to pass is Jason. He looks. He throws it. He's on the way down. And it's intercepted at the 12-yard line and out of bounds. In motion from left to right is Branch, Jamel Branch. Hands off to the tailback Bishop. Goes to his left. Veers up the middle and gets to the 18 or 19. That's quarterback Hall rolling right, way right. Now throws some pass upfield. And it's caught. Let's see if he was inbounds. He was. 1 foot inbounds, all you need in college. 1st and 10 from the 39 in North Texas territory. Man in motion. Fake the pitch. A little swing pass is caught. Bishop has it. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30 down the sideline. And down deep in Oklahoma territory. Man in motion from right to left. Fakes a handoff back to pass. Pass is thrown complete. And Teddy Lehman knocks him. That's silly. And Cordell Baldwin will remember that hit. Ball at the 33-yard line, Oklahoma territory. Here is back to pass. Downfield has a man. Sliding catch. Johnny Quinn down at the 16. Scott Hall.
Timeout.
Didn't like what he saw. He calls timeout.
Timeout, University of North Texas, their 3rd and final timeout.
Split backs now behind the quarterback. Man in motion is Branch. Option play, pitch to Branch, sweeping to the right, being chased by Brodney Poole. Got away from him, but Perkins got him at about the line of scrimmage. Bob Berry, Merv Johnson, Mark Rogers back with you. There's a flat pass, tipped and incomplete. Great rush put on. Bishop is behind the quarterback. 2-step, 3-step drop. Slam, almost intercepted, incomplete. With a little angle to the right, 34-yarder, snap, ball down. Kick is long enough. And it is good. He hit it. So they end the shutout. Balzadua did it. And it's 30-3 in favor of Oklahoma with 9:03 to go in the 4th period of play.
You are one of 83,073 in attendance at the newly renovated Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, the largest crowd ever together for a sporting event in the state of Oklahoma.
It's an onside, deep onside, which will be taken at the 32-yard line. Antonio Perkins goes to his left. He's at the 40, almost broken, knocked out of bounds into the bench of North Texas up about the 42 or 3-yard line. Paul Thompson, the shotgun, sends man in motion. And now there's a handoff. Dante Hickson, his first carry of the season, and gets virtually nothing. And now there's a little extracurricular activity the crowd reacts to. Lance Donnelly in motion from left to right. Paul Thompson gets the snap. Fakes he keeps it, cuts up. He lost his balance, or he might have gained 5 more yards. But he came to rest at the 48 or 9. 49 is where I think they back it up now to the 48. It's only a 3-yard pickup, but don't you agree, Murphy? He might have gotten more than that if he had
Well, he really might have, and they sort of opened the gate on him. They're really,
Right.
there were people everywhere around him. They were going so fast that they didn't realize he kept the ball, I don't think.
He does have the ability to run with it pretty effectively. 3rd down play, and about 6 yards to go. Need to go to the 46 in North Texas territory. The ball's at the 48 in Oklahoma territory. Pass, caught, beautiful pass. Brandon Jones catches it, first down at the 42. Boy, that was a bullet by Paul Thompson.
It really was. He threw a strike.
Wow.
He's got a great arm. He really has. He's got a nice nice delivery and an extremely strong arm. Sometimes he's a little erratic with his passes, but you sure like to watch him throw them because he throws impressively.
1st and 10, number 18 for the Sooners. They have the ball at the 42. Man in motion is Wilson from left to right. Thompson, the shotgun, backs up 3 steps, looks, plenty of time, lobs a long pass downfield, way overthrown. Intended for Wilson and also Brandon Jones in the area. Pass wasn't close to either one of them. Brandon Jones wide right, Wilson's left along with Juwan Rankins. Here's Thompson, looks left, throws those left. Rankins has it, cuts at the 40, 35, down close to first down. Boy, he is quick. He made the catch left side, then cut right, then cut back to his left, and got very close to the first down. Looks to me like he has it at the 32 with 6:58 to go. It is first down, Oklahoma, number 19. Chester and Donnelly lined up. Here's the handoff over the left side. Dante Hickson gets into what he hoped was a hole at left tackle. Turned out there wasn't a hole there. Rankins left and 2 wide receivers right for the Sooners. Townsend in motion across the back of the formation. From the shotgun, Thompson rolls right. Short pass caught. Down immediately. Brandon Jones at the 26. There is Rankins and Wilson left and Jones wide right. Donnelly tight end right. Thompson shotgun. Dixon to his left. Or Dante Hickson. Blitz. Pass caught by Jones and dives for the first down at the 21. Nice play. 2 wide receivers left. 1 to the right from the 21. First down. Thompson gives to Dante Hickson. No, he keeps it. Rolls right. Looks. Pump fakes. Down the sideline. He's at the 10. Out of bounds inside the 10. Well, what a nice tightrope job that was. He faked me out initially. I thought he'd hand it to Hickson, but he kept it and pulled it down, went down to right, and gained from the 21 down to the 7-yard line. Boy, that was a fine run.
It was a fine run and, really a nice fake. I think all of us thought that Hickson had the football.
2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Shotgun. Thompson looks, still looking. End zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Second of the night to Juwan Rankins. Boy, that was beautiful. He was a post pattern right under the goal post where he caught it.
Really did. Great pattern, too. They had that secondary totally crossed up. That receiver came from the outside to the back of the end zone, and the defense jumped all over those 2 shallow receivers and gave him a lot of room to complete the pass, and the protection was excellent.
56 yards and 10 plays on the drive. Beautiful. That was really well executed by Paul Thompson and the Sooners, and they go up 36-3. And DiCarlo will try to tack the extra point on at the south end zone.
I think that drive certainly makes us all feel a lot better about Paul Thompson, don't you?
Oh, man, I'll tell you. That was just beautiful. Sooners didn't have enough players in the lineup. Now they got the right guy. The play clock's running out just as they kick the extra point and it goes through. Wow, just barely got that off. So it's now 37-3. Timeout. Back right after this. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network. Sooners DiCarlo will be kicking from north to south this time. He's been booming all night. This one will be short of the goal. Taking it to 5. Muzzy has it. Zach up to the 20, 25, big hole, then tripped up, fumbles the ball. And let's see who has it at the 23. It'll be North Texas at the 23. I formation, as we said. Here is Hall turning, handing off to the running back. Bishop, who's shown us some pretty good ability, gets up to the 28 after a 5-yard pickup. Tight end on the right side. Second down play, about 5 yards to go. Here's the handoff. Bishop, big hole, 30, 35 to his left, and tackled at the 40. Man in motion behind the formation. Now here's the turn, the pass to Branch. He was the one in motion, and they tackle him. Nice play. Jawan Poteet after only a yard pickup. In the shotgun to his left is Roy Bishop. He gets the snap. Hands off to Bishop on a delay play. Cuts up the middle. 45-50, first down in Oklahoma territory. Under center this time is Scott Hall. Hands off to Bishop over the left side. Breaks one tackle and gets down to the 40. Scott Hall gets the ball, looks left, and we had movement on the line.
False start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Shotgun this time for Scott Hall. Low snap, but he gets it. Goes to his right, plenty of protection, then it collapses. And a nice tackle by Gayron Allen as he tried to run. That'll be classified as a sack as he'll lose a couple of yards from the 45 back to the 47. Looked like he had good protection. All of a sudden it collapsed. Tight end on the left side. Handoff goes over the right side. That's Kevin Moore just checked in from Houston North Shore. Here is Scott Hall faking the handoff. Back to pass, he throws. It's dropped at the 30. Wide open that time, and a pass right to him. Paul Thompson, I imagine we'll just get the snap, touch the knee down, it'll be all over. Nope, wrong again. Hand off to Dante Hickson, right side, 45, 49, close to the 50.
Flynn is at center now, Bob.
And that's a 4-3, 2, 1. And there's the end of the opener of the 2003 season, as the Oklahoma Sooners win it 37-3 over North Texas. 37-3, the final score. We'll be back with a wrap-up show. This is the Oklahoma Sooner Network.
Look, just really impressive and really great to see all the people and creating more noise, and looked like it was a great atmosphere. Not that I pay attention to it a whole lot, but it catches you every now and then.
Well, also I thought the field held up well when it had that downpour in the first quarter.
Our field is fabulous. Kenny Gajewski and his staff, let me give them a plug. They do an excellent job maintaining our field. It has a great drainage system. Really, the field was dry. Once the rain stopped, and really they do a great job of draining it and keeping it that way. So it really held up great.
Merv?
Great job, Coach.
Thank you, Merv.
You got to be happy with a lot of things that you saw in the game tonight, particularly maybe your quarterback play.
Very pleased. I thought both guys really were impressive. Loved seeing Jason having fun and gaining confidence with every throw, and just executed an excellent game, throwing and running. Looked like his old self out there creating some plays. And then Paul gets in, and he did a nice job. And so that was very positive.
I thought Jason maybe looked a lot better than he did in the game a year ago tonight. He seems to have so much more patience, which I thought I was seeing as two-a-days wore along.
He did, and I believe even though you're not playing, you're gaining experience when you're sitting in meetings, watching practice, gaining maturity. You know, he's a year older. He's watched a lot of ball, and then all the snaps through spring and here early summer. I kind of thought that would be the case, and it was. And he still has more experience than people want to give him credit for.
I thought maybe the running game the execution with it might not be up to
that was the poor parts of it. That was poor, very poor. I thought not at all what we're capable of. But give them credit. Again, I don't ever want to sit here and just act like they didn't have something to do with it. They whipped us up front a few times running the ball, and more than a few times, and that's part of it too. But hopefully we can get better and polish that up. Other parts, the one block on the punt was just a basic standard rush, and we have a guy that's been in there for 3 years with us bust it, and that shouldn't happen. And then the personal fouls. The lack of discipline there is very disappointing. That is not the way we play. And then our number twos on defense, backers and secondary. That was just awful. They give up the drive that leads to the 3 points, and that's just them not being prepared to play and busting alignments, giving up plays, not ready to play, and that's unfortunate because we may need some of them sometime.
Well, maybe when they see themselves on the tape, maybe they realize that they're not quite as ready as they thought they were.
Well, 80-some thousand saw them not look very well, so and a bunch of people on TV. So
I would think that your first defense, so you'd have a hard, other than maybe the penalties and I think a few missed tackles. I tell you, that starting tailback of theirs is hard to tackle, isn't he?
He does a nice job, and but I thought structurally very sound, very good. Really tackled for the most part, pretty well. Missed a couple that gave a few yards, but overall was the one defense, yes, was very solid.
Generally, I think you got to be pleased with your two kickers, don't you?
Trey DiCarlo was given a game ball. Definitely, he looked very good tonight. His field goals and his kickoffs, and Blake had some good punts. He did a few. I'm sure a couple he'd like to have over, but overall down in the one there, inside the one, and hit a few other nice ones. He was solid. So yes, that was good.
Well, he hung that first one, up 46 yards, I believe, and Lehman and Poteet, I think, were there when the ball got there, which is pretty good on a 46-yard punt.
Absolutely. No, he has improved from a year ago, and you just got to keep pushing for that consistency to do it all the time.
What any injuries that you really are concerned about? I know Davin went out, Works went out.
No, there's none of it is serious. So, which is good. You know, they all should be back practicing here this week.
Well, you will, and I think benefit greatly with this. I thought it was a heck of a first game effort for the most part. Congratulations. I'm going to give you back to Bob.
All right. Coach, I just want to add my congratulations. And some of the younger players I thought played very well. And Jew Rankins, for example.
Oh, yes. You know, Juwan Rankins had I thought all of our receivers and Bubba Moses tight ends as well. When you look at it, I don't believe we had a drop ball the entire night. And that's good. Right. You know, from the receivers or tight ends. I think Ronaldo would like to have caught that touchdown in the corner that he did, but we'll give a running back a break maybe on a deep ball. But the other guys were very, very solid and came up. It was great to see the big plays. Brandon Jones comes up with that big play and just kind of out, muscles a guy maybe a little bit and breaks the tackle to go all the way. Those are things I believe we're capable of. We just got to keep getting more of them. But that was very solid.
Thank you, Coach, very much.
I thought, finishing up, too, yeah. I said this to Larry Nafee in the fourth quarter. I said, I've gotten kind of used to at first when we came out as a team looking at our throwback uniforms. I said, I'm going to have a hard time taking this all 4 quarters. By the fourth quarter, I was really used to it. I told him, I kind of like these. We may use them all year. So
there was a rumor someone put some of the double knit pants in your locker. Is that true?
Yeah, they were too short, though.
Dan, the goal was to get more pressure this season at men. 2 sacks in the opening game. You certainly did.
Yeah, I got 2 sacks, but it was really a matter of being in the right place at the right time. They were doing slide protection and rolling away from me, and I just kind of ran him down, But really it was coverage sack because he had to hold the ball for so long. I think, one time they were rolling away from me. I bet he held it for 5 or 6 seconds before I even got there. So, a lot of credit goes to the secondary for covering those guys up for that long and enabling me to get the pressure that I needed.
As a group, did you feel like you were successful in getting the kind of pressure that you needed?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the style that, North Texas plays with all the max protect and, having a bunch of backs coming in to help off the edge and, and to put up the numbers. I think we had quite a few pressures and, he could feel our presence, because he was always moving around in the pocket. So I knew he felt it. So, I thought we did real well tonight.
Overall, what kind of feeling did you come away with how your defense played?
I came away, it was real good because, towards the end of the week, we were kind of unsure of ourselves, really how well we were prepared. But to go out there, and towards the end of it, I don't even think they had over 100 yards, at the end of the, towards the end of the fourth quarter. And, that's a good accomplishment, especially somebody as good as North Texas. They're a good team. They had a couple of tough breaks tonight, but we played well too. He took charge of the huddle, and just told us what we need to get done, and just basically was just a good leader out there.
Coach mentioned he was having fun out there. Did you see that with Jason?
Oh yeah, he was having a lot of fun. He was telling us, hey, it's 3rd and 5. Let's get this. Let's keep this drive going. Let's put some points on the boards. So I mean that's just stuff that we need coming from him.
Well, talk about Chris Meston around there tonight. He, his first game, you were there a couple years ago. Just your thoughts on him?
Man, I was just, I just told him, hey, Chris, you just got to go out there and trust in everything you did in practice. I know you're a little light, being a left tackle, but, you just got to go out there and trust what Coach Wilson says and just, do good. I think he did pretty good.
Jamal, can you talk about the uniforms for the games? One thing was just you guys had some different uniforms that have been worn here. Just for you guys with the white helmets and the jerseys. But the rain and the black shoes kind of made it fitting, it seemed like.
Yeah, I mean, wearing those uniforms was just real special because, we watched a couple of videos on the Bud Wilson era and just, how they dominated and just, was a good team. And so, wearing those uniforms made me feel real privileged, just to be able to do something like that, And I actually kind of like the white helmet and black shoes, I wish we can do it again. But, I guess it's a one-time deal, but I enjoyed it.
Pretty good. We're trying to get them going a little bit. I guess it was kind of wet. No one was really all excited. It kind of got out of hand early, but it was nice to see them way up there at the top. We were trying to give them some love up there.
About the retro uniform.
I liked them. I thought we looked pretty good out there, the white helmets and and all red, the red and white looked pretty good.
How important is it to go out in this first week? Obviously, there's a lot of things said about your defense. How important is it to go out this week and say, hey, this is legit, it's not just hype?
Oh, I don't know. We're not really worried about proving anything to anyone else other than ourselves. We wanted to come out and play strong, and you know, just kind of set the tone for the whole season.
Oh, it was awesome. It was rocking. The crowd was great. The student section was unbelievable. And it was just a special moment tonight to be able to be out there and be a part of that brand new stadium. So.
That's kind of on the same line. Talk about the uniforms.
Yeah.
Kind of a new thing with the white helmets, the red jerseys, and the black shoes. Kind of was fitting with the rain.
It was. I definitely like the throwback, and told Coach. Some of us told Coach we wouldn't mind throwing it back all year. So. We really liked the black shoes. It was just a nice change. So.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he was just happy to be out there. You know, let alone just have all this other pressure and stuff going on with him. But he did a great job as far as controlling the offense and having fun. Just being a kid out there doing what he know he can do.
Eric, could you talk about on that punt when you got the guys?
Yeah. Basically, I was just running down. I was surprised the punt was still up there that long, and once I got down there, I remembered that it ain't no halo rule no more. So you can go down there as soon as they catch it, you can hit them, as long as you give them opportunity to catch it. And as soon as he caught it, I just dove for him and just hit him. I didn't even know we got the ball back until I really got up and looked at the situation.
Yeah, you know, we've got a great group of kids at receiver, and they all work hard to get open, and just whoever's open, throw them the ball.
Is that indicative of you being more mature, being able to go through the reads, find one of several guys who may be open?
Yeah, it's huge. A couple years ago, I was just going through one or two reads and then taking off scrambling and trying to make a play. Now I go through 3 or 4 reads, and most times somebody's open. It's just part of growing up and part of learning the game.
Is there any kind of relief for you just to get this game, one game under your belt and get started after everything's gone through?
I think it's a relief for the whole team. Just going against the same guys all the time kind of wears on you. And most of the time, defense gets the best of you, especially our defense. So, it's good to play someone else and be successful in the first game, but knowing that you need to get better for as the weeks go on.
What did it feel like when you took your first hit?
It felt just like any other hit.
Did you bring your confidence up a little bit?
Yeah, it did. The first hit, I think for everybody, it kind of, prepares you for the next one, and something you look forward to getting out of the way.
Is this as sharp as you wanted to be? Not as good? Better than you hoped for a first game effort?
As I'd say, it's a lot better than last year. So, actually, just going out and having a good time and, being back on the field with my teammates is one of the main things that helped me out, throughout the game, and just having a good time.
Jason, how different was tonight compared to the first?
This has been a Sooner Vision presentation for the Sooner Sports Network in cooperation with Sooner Sports Properties.